Hey guys, welcome to part one of a multi-episode Back to Business. Hopefully you've been keeping up to date with us on Instagram and Facebook, seeing who the new sponsors are and stuff like that. So thanks for all the kind comments and support on those ones, and thank you again to the sponsors for those ones. Cannot wait to get 2019 underway. But what we've got planned here is something a little bit different to what we've done in the past. There's always been plenty of talk about what's going on with the LS3, what's happening with the engine, what are the next steps, what do we hope to do in the future. Lots of talk about NOS, turbos and all that kind of stuff. But I'm really excited to say that for 2019 we're teaming up with Magnuson, and we're going to be putting a Heartbeat 2300 onto the LS3 to give her an extra boost for the up and coming season. Magnuson's kit for the supercharger is pretty much a bolt-on kit. Comes with everything that you need from the charger, the pipe work, steam pipes, additional radiator, water pump and stuff like that. But you know, with the cam and stuff that we've got currently in the car that Craig from Dynatalk fitted a while ago, that's probably not going to get the best from the charger. So if you were watching Instagram and Facebook, you probably saw an inconspicuous white box that came from Dirk Stratton at Stratton Chevy in Ohio. So thanks man for that. That is going to be the new Lingenfelter GT14 camshaft. So in this part of the episode we're going to be actually taking the cam out of the LS and then fitting into the new one. So let's see how we can get on with this one. So the front of the car has been taken off, only took about a few minutes, which wasn't so bad. It gives us perfect access to the balancer and to the front cover. Some of you might be wondering why I've taken off the power steering pump up here, and that's because I've got a new fitting and some new pipe work to go on there, so that'll all be being done at the same time. But also it's a bit of prep work for when we actually come to fit the charger. So we'll obviously be taking off the coils and things like that and the valve covers today, and then later on we will be taking off the air intake manifold and things like that in preparation for the charger arriving. Made some good progress here this morning. Gave the engine a bit of a clean like we said we would do. Got a few things out of the way. Also got the rocker covers off now. See all the rockers in their glory, all nice and clean. Bathing that Morris lubricants oil. But now time to run out the 8 bolts per side. Get the rockers off, get the push rods out, and then we can get a start on the actual can gear and chain itself. So that's all the rocker assembly and push rods out on my makeshift workbench in the workshop for now. So time to get on with taking the damper off and getting the gear and the cam out. Okay, so front of the engine is now off, front cover is off and damper, but next problem is this one right here. This is a single bolt gear, and the new cam from Lingenfelter and Dirk is a triple bolt one. So it's not going to stop me obviously getting this cam out and then threading the new one in, but unfortunately until I get this new gear with the triple bolt on there, I'm not going to be able to button up the job. But we can get ahead now, and at least we'll get as close to finishing as possible, and then yeah, we'll just see how it goes. So I've been having a bit of a battle with getting the cam retaining plate off. Obviously all the online forums and stuff like that and the videos just watch these bolts, these little Torx bolts get taken out ever so easy. But mine, I can tell you, were super tight. Had a chat with Kyle, had a chat with Craig. Ended up having to get my mate Ant to come around and give us a hand with actually taking them off. We ended up needing heat, chisel, new Torx bits and stuff like that, and we eventually got all 4 out. So we've now got the dowels in to hold the lifters up. Here's the original cam, so we can pull that out and then get the new one in place. So the cam is in, so happy. About as far as we can get now until obviously we get the new bolts for the retaining plate and then obviously the new cam gear. So Carl is going to be sending them through hopefully for Tuesday. So that's pretty good. Obviously we were fully lubing up the cam with plenty of Morris lubricants, multi-vis as we were doing it. So yeah, it turns nice and easy. Cannot I always love the fitment of these kind of things. Engineering of these parts are absolutely out of this world. So a couple of days time we'll button the rest of this up, and in the meantime I'm just going to go and do some parts cleaning and stuff like that to make sure it's looking all nice, sweet and shiny for when it goes back together. So that's the camshaft all done, put in. Just turn the engine over a few times by hand first to make sure there's no valve to piston contact, which I'm always worried about when doing this kind of stuff. But also to get the oil pressure up. Absolutely over the moon to see the gauge read for the first time when doing something like this. Always a little bit nerve-wracking, but yeah, saw the gauge read, 35 psi or something like that, so over the moon with that one. Massive thanks as well to Carl Russell for all the support you've given me whilst doing this, so yeah, big kudos to you, thanks man. And yeah, now it's time to finish putting the front of the engine back on and waiting for the boys to arrive, so we've got the real party going on this weekend. See you in the next episode.